Oh no, my 6.5, it's broken. All right, so it's been 2 days since we worked on this thing. Been doing some research, and two things that I found is in 94, the injection pump and everything had more electronics on it, and the computer for it basically is down here, which it looks like it's been replaced before, so that's good, but it's not in the relocated place like it should be. But so two things, main things: have good grounds on your 6.5 and check all the fuses because there's a lot of electronics on it. So I checked the grounds, and on this side it wasn't too bad, but on this side I pulled the cover off. On this side, on the intake, it's real bad. They're extremely corroded and brittle, like all the way into the loom of the wire. So I just went ahead and replaced both negative cables with some off of like the Escalade there. So they're all fresh. So I know the grounds are good on each side of the motor for each battery. The positives look okay. I'm gonna see if it turns over any better, and I'm gonna check the fuses too. But there are a lot of wires. I assume this is the fuel shutoff right here. You can see where it connects down there. Those wires are 8. These ended up being for the AC compressor, so we're not worried about that. There's a lot of vacuum lines broke, like one for the wastegate, some for these solenoids up here, whatever this is, like a lot of stuff. So let's see if it turns over any better. No, it doesn't. But that's okay, because we still got some other stuff to do. Okay, update. It's been a couple hours. Took the starter off. It was a giant pain, and tested it, and it sounded bad. Of course, it didn't sound healthy on the truck. Took it apart, cleaned it. Seems a lot better now. Everything was kind of sticky and nasty. There's a lot of dust. New starter won't be until tomorrow, so we'll see if this one works. Found out my jump box is actually bad, so I can put my other one on if I have to, but these are basically fully charged batteries, so it should be fine. But let's see what it does. Starting to hate this truck, not gonna lie. Still shows 10 volts. That can't be accurate. See, no, it can't be. Okay, I'm gonna put my jump box on it. All right, we moved it. It's a little easier to access that battery. Let's see what it does. Oh, wow. Look, it says 13 something volts now.
It's safe to say that it's not the engine seizing
It don't sound right. I mean, it could be, I don't understand. The batteries were, you know, full. Like, they started that Suburban and that Yukon fine.
I've never seen something like where it starts really strong, then it dies, and then you give it a few seconds, then it's strong again.
Turn it off and turn it back on. Of course, that's only good for like 2 jumps, so it's probably getting pretty weak now. It's only showing like 9 volts now. Try to move it. Oh, yep, we got 14 now. It's kicking on and off. The jump box isn't giving it constant. Yeah, see, jump box is dead now. That thing sucks. All right, last try before I replace the starter tomorrow. Charge the jump box a little more, And it's been charging on the Suburban for probably 10-15 minutes. Again, 14 volts. Sounded a lot better, but it sure drops voltage really quick. I'm betting it's gonna be the starter because I think the starter just has so much resistance that it's just killing the batteries. So we'll come back tomorrow. All right, it's the next day. We got the new starter, but I was curious. The guy had told me that the turbo went bad and that's why the truck was parked, and pulled the intake off. And in fact, the turbo is completely seized. So that tells you right there that more than likely the motor is good, just the turbo is bad. So even if we get it running, we will have no turbo, but that's no big deal. And it's not that hard to change, but we're gonna get the starter in here and see how fast it turns over, hopefully really fast. All right, new starter. Suburban jump box on. Let them glow plugs warm a little bit. You got this. When. Turns over better, but why does it sound so weak still? What's the voltage saying? Try it. How's that possible? We have all the voltage. Try it. How? Oh. Okay, so we kind of noticed something here. It's like locked up now. It will not turn over. But so you take the belt and you can go back and forth. That amount, the crank is moving. See it down there? That's all it moves. We're thinking the crank is broken too. Yeah. So there you have it. It will not run. It was turning over pretty good yesterday and a little bit better today, and then nothing. So I think the crank was pretty much broke. Maybe it was broken, it just got past that bad spot. That's why the first time I tried to start it, it turned over like almost locked up and then it freed up. But I mean, the front accessories were turning, but now the front accessories turn independently from the flywheel. So the crank is definitely broken too. So it's trash, but it is getting fuel. And I believe everything is fine on the truck, except for the motor, the bottom end or whatever. So I'm actually gonna go look at another project truck tonight, which you'll see in a video possibly tomorrow if I buy it. So let me know what you want to see out of this truck. Should I part it out, let some other people get some good parts, or should I get a rebuilt 6.5 put in it, or should I just swap a small block Chevy in it? I mean, there's quite a few options, but it was a fun little series, and you decide what should happen to this poor truck.